Well, hi Australia and New Zealand. This is President's Team member Christy Walsh with an end of month message for October 2011. What a fast year it's been, 3/4 of the way through already. Guys, just a short message today. There's so much going on. There's been so many messages on email, certainly at the STSs last weekend and on the VIPS communication system. But we just wanted to make sure that everybody understood, again, one more time, exactly what is available for October and also really the last quarter of the year, because in our experience, and it has been 19 annual cycles in our Herbalife business, that the momentum that you create, that you continue in the last quarter of any calendar year really determines how you start the new year, no question about it. So, we had the Masters Retreat in Sydney just last weekend. It was an incredible event, but that event is over. It's time to start talking about the very next event. The next event for Australia and New Zealand is, of course, the Spectacular. So, right here, this is the flyer with all of the details on there. And I just need to have a shake before I go through this. My favourite new shake: soy milk, half water, a teaspoon of ginger, a dessert spoon of black sesame seeds with vanilla formula and protein powder, of course. So the ginger puts a bit of tang in it and I love it. So give it a go, it's fabulous. Okay, now back to the Spectacular. Guys, the Spectacular is something that is an annual event for us. It's every January to really help kick off the year, off the new year, but also to recognise the success of the previous year and everybody who's moved on up the marketing plan and worked so hard. So it really is, I guess, one of our favourite events of the year, and anybody can go. So, we like to start off the year with our freshman class, with many new people as we can. And this event will be the 13th to the 15th of January. The whole event runs. For the new distributors, it will just be the 14th and the 15th of January for anybody brand new. All you have to do to attend is to buy a ticket. So, early bird price is $125 Australian, 155 Kiwi dollars. Now, that ticket price includes everything that happens on Saturday and Sunday during the day, your training, but it also includes a party for everybody. So we like to start the year with as I said, a celebration, a get-together. So there will be a party on the Saturday night that is open for absolutely everybody who attends. So that ticket price is unbelievably good value. Now, excuse me, who have we got coming? We've got Chief Executive President's Team member Jim Tardle and his son Zach. Now, we've known Jim for nearly 20 years. Jim actually came to Australia, I think, excuse me, 14 or 15 years ago, did an event, I think it was actually in Adelaide, and we're really excited to have Jim back. He's such a lovely guy and has built an incredible business with his wife Nancy. Jim actually has 4 diamonds, so we're lucky to get him because he's only one diamond away from being a Chairman's Club member. And once they get to Chairman's, very hard to get them. So what's also incredible is Jim's son Zach. Now Zach is Generation H, which means he's under 30 years of age. Zach has not only joined his parents in their business, as well as his uncle, both of his grandparents, his aunt as well, the whole family. It's a real dynasty within Herbalife. But Zach is a President's Team member who has created another President's Team member. So it's going to be a really great mix of the old and the new, or the new and the experienced. Somebody who's been around the company and certainly had their ups and downs and just stuck to it, and of course had tremendous success. And then somebody new with fresh eyes to really inspire the Generation H people and to teach the rest of us who aren't so Generation H anymore, how we can tap into that under 30s market. It certainly is exploding in the USA. So I think it's going to be a fabulous way to kick off the year with both Jim and Zach. Now, again, anybody who gets a ticket can come along to the event, but there are some special trainings. And if you're going to do the work to get along to an event and make the sacrifices required to get along to an event, why not get into all the extra things that you can? So if you are already a supervisor, so if you became a supervisor in September or earlier, so existing supervisors, you've got October, November and December to qualify as an active supervisor with 3 months of 2,500 volume. That will get you into a special active supervisor training. Okay, so active supervisor 3 month of 2,500. So you get the extra training, but guess what? You get one night's free accommodation at the Intercontinental Hotel, which is beautiful. It's right next door to the convention centre. So, never been a better time to become an active supervisor if you already are a supervisor. So how do you do 2,500? You need to build your Herbalife house, as we talk about. You know, new clients, looking after existing clients, partnering up with new distributors in your team, helping them partner up. You can easily put together 2,500 volume points even in the last 6 days of this month. Okay, so get going with that. All right, leadership training. This leadership training will be open to all 2011 or 12 Active World Team members and TAB team members. So, Active World Team, this month you can get a head start on your Active World Team or get a bonus to make it easier to become an Active World Team member. Anybody any supervisor who has 5,000 volume points in the month of October, that 5,000 will actually count as your 10,000 volume point month towards Active World Team. So if you've already had 1 or 2 months of 2,500, this is the month to do 5,000, which counts towards your 10,000. Then it's only another month or two, depending on how far through the 4 months you are, of 2,500. 1 month of your 500 royalty point check and you're there. You know, Active World Team, if it's the first time ever, $500 US bonus check. It's always great. It's even better to get to your next level just before a major event, because there's goodies you'll get and also the recognition, which is always wonderful. Now, Future Millionaire Team Experience, open to all ticketed Millionaire team members, President's team members, and fully qualified supervisors who have a 2,500 royalty point check. Now, so many people in our team last month had their best royalty months ever, and you guys are about this far away from that 2,500 royalty points. So we certainly had a blast. You guys have seen the photos from the Sydney Future Mill Team retreat. It was incredible. We're doing it one more time. So if you got close but just missed, keep going. This last 90 days, you can do it. With the momentum that we've all got, you know, get it done, tick the box, and you are over the halfway mark to Millionaire Team. Okay, it's incredible. So that's what's available to people who are already supervisors and can start qualifying for these. Oh, the other one that's not on the flyer here. 2 things. Anybody who accumulates 15,000 volume in October, November and December, so you've got to be a supervisor first, accumulate 15,000 volume, and you're going to be part of the exclusive dinner with the special guests, with the President's team and all of the other qualifiers. And these dinners are fantastic. People are still talking about our dinner at the Ivy in Sydney. In Adelaide before, we've done dinners at the McGill Estate, which is the original Penfolds family estate. There's some wonderful places to do something like this in Adelaide, so I can't wait to see what happens there. But 15,000, and just that little bit further, 20,000 volume gets you 2 free nights at the Intercontinental Hotel. So why not? Why not have Herbalife pay for as many things as are on the table? You know, you can literally go to this event, when I tell you what we're going to tell you in a second, you can literally go to this event with hardly anything out of your own pocket. It's incredible. Now, what's in it for people who are not supervisors yet? We wanted to do something special to finish off the year. And also, you know, we are very much part of the excitement that's building, and really want to be part of making sure that Herbalife gets the big 5 billion this year. So you guys are going to see some things being released by the company over the next couple of months that are incentives for all of us to be able to qualify for, because we want to get this 5 billion. We need to do it for Mark Hughes. We need to do it for Jim Rohn. You know, we need to do it for Herbalife, because once you are a $5 billion company, nobody can say anything. You know, it's really going to be special. So we wanted to do something, you know, Rob and I, and your Tabulator team members, your Millionaire team members and Global Expansion team members, we all wanted to be part of the stretch. So we've decided to do something around the spectacular, and I want to just talk about October for now, but anybody who's just getting started, and just looking at the marketing plan, you know, maybe you've just been to your first STS, you would have realised by now that the way to earn the most money in Herbalife, or to set yourself up to be able to earn the most money in Herbalife, is to become a supervisor. Now, you know, when we were looking at the company, looking at the marketing plan, we worked that out. You know, supervisor was where it's at, 50% retail profit, maximum wholesale profit, and the ability to start earning royalties. But we figured it would take us somewhere between 3 months and 6 months, you know, working our way up there, you know, to become a Herbalife supervisor. But, you know, when we met with our business coach, Gary, and started to talk about the marketing plan more, he asked us a couple of questions that really changed our approach and our feeling about becoming a supervisor. He said, Rob, Christy, he said, do you want to make a little bit of money or a lot of money with your Herbalife business? And we said, well, given the choice, we'd like to make a lot of money. He said, great. Would you like to make it sooner or later? We thought it was a trick question. Again, given the choice, we want to make it sooner. He said, fantastic, you need to be a supervisor. We said, yes, we know, we realise that. And then he said the words, this month. Now again, I said we'd planned on maybe 3 months to 6 months to work our way up there because we didn't have the resources to be able to invest our way straight into the supervisor position. We would have liked to have, but we just didn't have the resources to do that immediately. And, you know, we said to Gary, look, we would love to be a supervisor, as I know a lot of you would love to be a supervisor, but we don't have the money. And he said to us, you're not listening. He said, if you want to make a lot of money rather than a little bit, if you want to make it sooner rather than later, you need to be a supervisor this month. Now, this little argument went back and forth for, you know, 5 or 10 minutes until finally we just had to agree with him. Yes, Gary, excuse me, we don't know how, but we will be a supervisor this month. And, you know, once the decision was made, and that's really what a lot of things come down to is the decision. Excuse me, I'm talking too much. Making the decision meant that we were able to then focus on the areas that were going to move us towards that point. So we started turning over products, we started getting customers, we started partnering up, and we were able to partner up. Rob with his brother Darren, with another guy called Brad, another guy called Greg. Rob partnered up with 3 other people to become a supervisor. When it was my turn, I partnered up with my friend Cherise. She partnered up with her friend Debbie. We were able to get to supervisor with a combination of personal use, you know, have you had your shake today, using the product, ordering for ourselves, selling the products to customers, getting as many reorders as we can, partnering up and getting new distributors in our team. We did retail, we did wholesale, we did everything. And at midnight, the stroke of midnight on the last day of the month, you know, for both of us in the appropriate months, we got to supervisor. So, you know, it's a decision. It comes down to a decision. Once you make the decision, the way will become obvious. So, for the brand new supervisors, we want to give you something extra. And again, I want to talk about this month. Any new supervisor, any supervisor I should say, who qualifies in the month of October, when you get to Adelaide, when you come to the spectacular, you're going to be rewarded with a branded debit card with $150 credit on there, compliments of your leadership team, your tab team. This is not just from Rob and I, this is from your upline tab team, your support team. So this has not happened any other month of the year. So other supervisors who qualified earlier, you know, don't get mad, help other people get the card and you'll grow your royalty check in the process. But just for October, you get qualified to supervisor, you're going to get that branded credit card. This is what $150 looks like Kiwis in our money, but you can spend this on, you know, whatever you want to, but you have to come to Adelaide to get the credit card or the debit card. That's how it works. So if you qualify in October, you've still got November and December to qualify for the exclusive dinner. You could even qualify for the free accommodation if you really get going. You know, 20,000 volume in 2 months, that's doable. That's absolutely doable. You know, our best month ever was 48,000 personal volume in 1 month. So can you do 20,000 over 2 months? Of course you can. But only if you get qualified this month will you leave yourself enough time to get the extra goodies. Now, we will also honour this for supervisors who qualify in November and supervisors who qualify in December. But my recommendation would be this. Get it done this month so you can start to qualify for the extras and the goodies. Okay, just before we finish up, the other thing I did forget to mention for the qualified supervisors, for that party, if you have 7,500 volume points this month, you can get it all done Okay, so instead of 15,000 over 3 months, 7,500, you're done and dusted. But you've got to go that extra mile, of course, to get the accommodation. So from Rob and I, again, coming out of the Masters Retreat, it was amazing. You know, we know so many of our people sacrificed a lot of things, you know, to get to that event, and there were a couple of people who weren't going to go, but decided, you know, towards the end that, you know, fear of loss, I guess, fear of what they wouldn't see if they didn't go. You know, we're so glad that they made the commitment to get there to Sydney. It was an amazing event. But guys, it is all about the future, working towards the spectaculars. So every single STS counts. You've got Sydney this weekend, every mega HOM, every meeting, every HOM, every weight loss challenge, every single event is towards the Adelaide Spectacular. So we will see you all there. Can't wait to give away a whole bunch of money. And again, guys, from Rob and I, have an awesome, awesome October, and we'll see you all soon. I pressed the button, but has it stopped? Will that be a good enough camera